third time's the charm. Unanswered questions, seasons 1 through 5A through up to season 5, episode 14 of How to Get Away with Murder. So, unanswered questions, third time I'm making this video. Did Laurel kill her mom? We know she's dead because of season 5, episode 14, Make Me the Enemy. Who was the father of Bonnie's baby? We never found out. Was Rebecca really going to tell the police? We don't know. Bonnie killed her. That's all we know. What really happened to Caleb Hapstall? That just, to me, it was not explained well. It was not, it just felt like they kind of was like, alright, we have this character whose story we just kind of put on the back burner for Annalise's backstory. Because if you remember Annalise's backstory, that was, I think, season 2, episode 10. It was like the premiere through parts of, like, maybe it was season 2, B, definitely, but I watched it yesterday. Now, another thing that will lead to a theory that I have, the Mahoney's hedge fund. I'm still in the process of compiling and organizing everything that's happened with the Castillo family regarding Jorge, Xavier, if Xavier, and I'll get to it. But, and I know there's a popular theory out there that the Stangards and the Mahoneys and the Castillos all are like these big, rich money families or something. I don't know. Who killed that District Attorney Denver? I believe they made us believe that it was Laurel's dad, but they never really confirmed. I think that was just them trying to hurry up and finish up the season. Why did Laurel use her dad's money for her and Wes to go to Ohio? I noticed, rewatching, Laurel literally made the trail of breadcrumbs. She basically screwed Wes over. Like, I'm sorry. I believe now that Laurel was actually the one who could have had a part in Wes's death. Whether it's intentionally or not intentionally. She left a trail of breadcrumbs. She went to Antares in season 3 to find Frank. So, I mean, her phone was even tapped. Wes texted her on the phone that her dad tapped. He knew about Wes. Now, I don't know if he knew about Wes prior. I know he knew about Frank. But that's another video in and of itself. You know how the show is. Okay. Who were Wes's foster family? That I have been wondering the entire series. Because season 2, he's Kristoff. But what is this foster family like? Who are they? Like, we never got to see that. Like, we never got to see that. And I feel like when they killed Wes off, that was a mistake, because instead of focusing on shock value, they could have went in depth in season 3 with the Wes storyline being about, like, after his mother's death, you know, his foster family, all that stuff. That could have been explained and answered, but they chose not to. And this question right here really needs to be answered. Because this is the third time it's happened this season. Who sent the goddamn packages? I swear to God, who sent those packages? Who sent the baptism dress? Who sent the bag with Laurel's mom's scalp in it? Who did it? Who? Is it gonna be Pablo down the street? Like, they're just pulling characters out of their ass like every 5 minutes of every single last possible minute of this show. I swear. Anyway, did Laurel really fake her getting kidnapped? Or did Laurel really get kidnapped? Whatever. Why was Rose so afraid of Wallace Mahoney? Again, another video for a different day. What did Jorge, or what, I'll just say Laurel's dad, mean when he told Annalise she doesn't know Laurel if she thinks Laurel wouldn't harm her mother? That was never explained. Okay. Did the Stan guards, Lila's parents, did they fund Antares, Captain Gold? That's kind of part of that one theory everyone has, that it'll kind of come like full circle, I'm hoping. But they mentioned it and I'm like, oh well, that was never explained. You know, they're this multi-trillion-dollar like family empire. And, you know, it's like, why would they mention that in particular? It's implied that Frank has screwed other students, but they never really went in depth with that. I feel like they could have done that. Why did Lila blame Rebecca for everything? I mean, rewatching it, it's kind of just like, are you serious? Like, the bitch has mental issues. Why couldn't Rebecca drink with Wes that night, season 1, episode 1? Why leave the bottle of wine outside his door and then deny his offer to grab a drink or get a drink? What was she up to? Was Griffin in the apartment? Where had she been prior? That was like odd to me. Season 3, episode 3. What did Jorge mean the government would not allow him to do anything about Laurel's kidnapping? Now, I did research, and this might be the wrong wording, wrong source, but I read that the actual, like, caption was government, but I saw that he actually means the governor. Now, who was the governor at this time? That we don't know. I'm assuming it's Governor Burkhead, because, well, actually, no. Because Laura was kidnapped when she was 16, supposedly. So who was the governor? And why wouldn't he or she let him, if she was kidnapped, do anything? Like pay ransom or anything? Did Frank really shoot Wallace Mahoney? Because we never saw it. Yeah, we got that. Yeah, I did it. But, no. I'm sorry. No. Somebody would have seen you. No. Stop taking the blame, just to please Annalise. Did Laurel actually have drugs in her system? That was season 4. Why did the injection thing that Dominic injected into Wes when Wes was killed off, why did that not show up in the autopsy? And what was even in the syringe? Who was Wallace Mahoney on the phone with when he got shot? We never found that out. Who put the vodka in Annalise Keating's apartment in season 4, episode 7? If I remember correctly, I have a feeling the crossover episode was not too far along. I think that was like season 4, episode 12, maybe 11. I'll have to look. Let's see. I found this question on Reddit. I had never really thought about it, but who was in the other car that drove into Annalise's in 2005, causing her miscarriage? That's actually a really good question, because it kind of goes back to Frank, and it's kind of like, you know, did he hire somebody, like a kamikaze, you know? Because we never really found out if, like, anything regarding that. Like, it was just like, you know, okay. Some of these I will save for a different video, mainly because I want to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Thursday. So 3 days of videos, all, you know, leading up to the finale. So I'm just kind of going out of order now. Trying to save some of the season 5 questions, because we don't know if they'll be answered or not. And I do want to make another video on Xavier, because I feel like that needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed in well, more than 45 minutes, because that's, I'll get into it the next video that I upload. Okay. Let's see. God, these are good ones. Okay. I mean, I spent all day yesterday. Did anyone actually find Caleb Hapstall's body? Like, is he just still in that mansion? Like, just bled out, rotting? Like, come on. There was no cop on the scene, but yet a camera showed us, the viewer. Like, can we get a little bit of closure before you start a new season? Please? Thank you? No? Did anybody find the gun Wes had in the flash drive of his meeting with Laurel's mother? I believe that they found the flash drive, but the gun, another thing. It's like, well, okay. Okay. Not gonna address it? Okay. Did Laurel know that Wes was in the house? I think so. I think she went in there, being the nosy little bitch that she is, more than likely knew about Dominic, knew about her father, because she's not a dumb girl. She's not a dumb girl. She knew that, because, go back to season 3. Okay. Watch, season 3, episode 3, I believe. Wes texts her. She looks at the phone, but she ain't answer. Girl, you answered that phone when a friend called. But then you're like, oh right, my dad's, yeah, he can hear us. Bitch. That could have been the one time you could have told Wes, don't text me, don't call me. But instead, you let your dad get his number, get his information, get all that. Rewatching the entire show, I hate Laurel. Like, she irritates the snot out of me. But I just want to really kind of end the video here and discuss a theory that I have about Xavier. So, that's just like a little bit of the unanswered questions. Again, a lot of Season 5 questions might not get answered, mainly due to the fact that, well, I'll explain in another video, so, bye.